What's good? What's good? What's good? It's a brand new week, so guess what that means? It's a brand new episode of PD&J. What's good today? I'm your host Jay.
I'm your host Pocket. How you doing, folks? It's exactly 30 days. I said 30, not 31, not 29, but 30 days away till we get the big show where the big boys go and play.
Man, so I know it's been 7 days since the last time that we talked. And the last time that we talked, there's been a lot that's been going on this week. And we're definitely going to touch about that. But right now, Pocket, how was your week, though? Minus everything that's been going on.
Minus everything that's been going on. I can't subtract. But you know what? We're here. Another day, another holler. It don't make sense to make dollars. That's what we're here for.
Please, peace and blessings and respect to you, True Lou. Salute. Thanks for tuning in today. So, folks, we got a special guest in the building, but before we get to our special guest, we're going to cut to a real quick commercial break.
PD&J Media Productions presents Rock the Mic Comedy Showcase. June 25th at the Elks, 1007 South 7th Avenue in Phoenix, Arizona. Doors open at 7 p.m. and the show starts at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. $20 donation at the door, 21 and older, with your headliner, Belly B. Also performing is Adam J., Jarrell Hearns, Chris Mosley, and more performers to be announced. You can purchase tickets ahead of time on Eventbrite. Remember, that's the Rock the Mic Comedy Showcase, June 25th at the Elks in Phoenix, Arizona.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. As you see, we got a very special guest in the building. Everybody give it up and salute to Rasta Kip that's in the building.
Man, you did it again. It's Rasta, not the imposter. Bring it, baby.
On my soul. Hey, you feel me? Hey, thanks for having me, my nigga. I was over here still grooving to the commercial music. Man, you was gonna catch me here. On my soul. But I appreciate y'all for having me.
No problem. So I just wanted to bring you onto the show. That way everybody can be able to get to know you a little bit better because you are going to be on Rock the Mic Comedy Showcase. Is that correct?
Yeah. But they said, I'll be there. I'm up there, boy.
So tell everybody, where you from? Where you at?
I'm in Phoenix, but I'm from LA, you feel me? I migrated kind of like the birds do. They fly south for the winter, you feel me? I flew east towards the winter, you know what I mean? I made my, you know what I mean, migrations, you feel me? Now I'm out here in Phoenix. It's too hot for my light skin ass. I wasn't ready. But shit, we're gonna have to get it. I got a question for y'all. Cause I ain't gonna lie, while I was in the green room, I had to double take because when I first heard it, it was like, what I heard was, welcome to the PB&J show. Then I had to look up and the letter said PD&J. I could have swore that shit said PB&J show.
Man, you just hungry.
Oh, God. And I'm rolling up some pressure, you know? I was like, man, these niggas named PB&J. I'm finna talk about y'all on the 25th.
You about to go get a sandwich real quick.
Yeah, y'all named after the sandwich they make you wait to see the judge with. God damn it.
So, how long have you been in the Arizona area? Like, what was your experience like being in LA? What made you move to Phoenix?
Shit, I've been out here for about, we accumulating a year and shit, you know. I can say shit, right?
Yeah, you good.
Okay, and shit, you know what I mean? And then, it costs too much back home. It costs too much bullshit. Gang affiliation, you know what I mean? All that shit going on out there, just too much going on. Then I'm closer to 40 than I am to 21, so I want to retire. I don't want to die. I want to do something else.
So, Rasta, I understand you said you came from LA, but real quick, man, what got you into comedy? Like, what was it? How did you get into that?
Shit, I only been doing it for like 2 months, but it's something that it's always been my dream. but I went for what I. Okay, where y'all disappeared to?
You good,
Y'all
man.
niggas.
We
Look,
shining the
yeah.
light on you. You
Look,
good, man.
I felt it, my nigga. I thought y'all niggas start buffering. I was like, these niggas, how y'all gonna invite me to a show and y'all fucking up? Nigga, the guest is supposed to fuck up. But yeah, a nigga been dealing a lot of my life with like depression. A nigga dealt with a lot of shit in my life, so I always tried to channel it towards music, but I always had a dream for comedy since I watched Foolish. But I went for what I was comfortable with because I did music all my life. So, like, I ain't gonna lie, my first comedy show, I was telling my manager, hey, if all else fail, I'm gonna just be like, I'm just playing, and I was just gonna do a song and shit, like on my song. I wasn't really confident in it. I'm be 100. But then when I got on the stage and I was getting the ha ha hee hees, I found out, oh, this might be for me, guys.
Now, you said that you've been doing music all your life. Not only are you a rapper, but you do R&B as well.
Yeah, you feel me? But they
Tell
say
us about that.
something for the bitches. No, I was just fucking with you. But yeah, I've been doing music like almost all my life. R&B is something that I was into when I was younger, but puberty fucked me up. Puberty, and you see, I just smoked a black, these woods, but then I had to find my own lane and way. So you feel me? As I learn how to develop it, I used to be like all these older niggas used to be up there. The Temptations would do a whole set with a box of Newports up there, just once again. Running away with me. Cough one time in the intermission and keep it pushing. So I figured everybody got a distinctive voice, and then a lot of my female and male fan base was like, "I like your voice." Like at first, I didn't believe it because bitches used to tell me that, and I'd be like, "You just want to fuck me." But then when niggas start telling me that shit, and I'm like, "I hope you don't want to fuck me, kid. Like you really like my shit, bro." Damn. So like, it made a different impact because it was like it's niggas listen to stuff because of R&B because of females because that's let's be 100, that's
That's
niggas.
facts. That's facts,
We
though.
listen to
Pac
you
even
know what I
said.
mean.
Pac even
Uh,
said, "You make money. You make the music for the females, and niggas is gonna follow." You absolutely right about that.
oh God, if it wasn't for, I bet you everybody in this bitch never heard the hours and the hours unless it was from a female first, huh? Most of them R&B songs you heard from a female first. She was up there, then she was side singing that shit to you. I can do this shit for hours.
So I can get them draws.
I mean, you already know it. Don't let it be one of them Beyonce songs that she mad at you. Or that old TLC, come on in the car, she gonna look at you. No, I
I
don't
don't want no
want no.
scrub.
Bitch, you picked me up. What you mean? Why are you singing to me? Pay attention.
Well, folks, we got the one, the only Rasta Kip in the building. He ain't going nowhere right now. We do got to take one quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Let's bring it in.
Are you a business owner or someone looking for more ways and avenues to advertise and promote? Look no further. Contact us today for an advertisement. Email PD&J Media Productions LLC at gmail.com for more info. Promotions are everything. What are you waiting for?
Hey,
Welcome
bro, you
back,
gotta let.
folks. Welcome back to a brand new episode of PD&J. What's good today? We got Rasta Kip in the building. Salute to you. How you doing, man?
What's up, bro? Hey, you gotta let me know when I be coming back in the camera. I'm over here sipping dollar shots to E&J and shit. The guys are hiding shit. Hold on, man. I'm about to interview. You gotta let me know when I'm finna boop boop in.
You are good, bro. You are good. This is
Nah, cause when I
PD&J.
be, you feel me? When I be in public, I drink expensive, and that's why you see me with the. You heard what I said at the last show. You gotta put it in the cup and make them think it's Hennessy. Dang, I didn't even get to put it in. It's E&J, guys. Fuck it. They didn't
We don't have
expose
that
me. They didn't.
sponsorship, but you can plug it though. You can plug it. We ain't got the sponsor, but you can plug
Hey,
it.
hey, I'm trying to get it. You feel? Hey, you see, they got the Coogee shit now. They got all kind of these
Man,
niggas.
they got
E&J
so
be
much. They got so
E&J
much.
be tagging up with everybody. They finna tag up with Louis Vuitton next.
So let me ask you, how long have you been doing comedy?
2 months.
2 months. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
So what has your experience been like since you've been doing comedy?
Honestly, Oh, okay, ring light. Do me like that. Hold on. Damn. Okay. Let me get my ring light back. That motherfucker just ring lighted me. Bing bong. There we go. Shit. It's been decent. I've had up days and I've had down days, but like I like it. I'm not even gonna cut you. Like, and honestly, I still don't. I'm gonna be honest. I still don't understand that concept that they were talking about. Like, you gotta write your jokes. I'm gonna be honest. I go up there. You see me, Jay. I take a couple shots. I blow some pressure with you, my nigga. And we on what's going on my mind. Just like the last show. The lady started talking about something. Fucking, we on to that topic then. You know what I mean? I'm more of a. I respond with my crowd.
I can dig that. So let me ask you this: out of everybody that you see doing comedy, whether it's local, medium, even mainstream, who are some acts that you want to work with?
Ali Sadiq. On so Ali Sadiq.
Nice. Tell me
Yeah.
why. Tell me why.
Honestly, I like. I really like dude, like funny as hell. And then me, a lot of his stories is kind of relatable. Like he talk a lot about being locked up. I've been locked up. I know them stories you talking about. God damn it. Mexican got on boots. I know what the fuck that mean. God damn it. Yeah. Fuck you, you know what I mean? And a lot of the stories is like that he tell. If you been there, you understand. Like you really understand. Like the intake stories. Like nigga, how you gonna put me in one cell to go to another cell, and I still don't even. They gonna say you gotta wait till you get housed, nigga. Ain't I'm here for a couple months, nigga. I'm housed already. It's the crib. Fuck you mean? Wait till I get housed.
So
We
let me ask you
here.
this. Let me ask you this then. As far as what can people expect when they come out to see you? Is it going to be more so tailored to real life? Like, what is it that if they come out to see a Rasta Kid show, what we going to expect, bro?
Expect the unexpected because ain't no telling how. Like I got a lot of personality, so ain't no telling what nigga you might get that day. As far as on the comedy show, ain't no telling. I probably have seen something right there in the parking lot. We finna talk about that. You know what I mean? Or like I haven't done it on my shows yet, but somebody gonna become a victim in that crowd. Somebody might become a victim at your show because it's stand up. Okay, I'm whatever at it, but roasting, I'm on your ass, boy. Fuck you talking about?
So
Hey,
Rasta, you know, you said you've only been for 2 months, so I like seeing that new talent in the. And so, what would you say to someone that's contemplating getting into comedy? Like, what would you say? Like, because I know you made the jump. You said you were doing music for so long, and you decided, you do like comedy, and you found out you got a niche there. So, what would you say to someone that's contemplating it right now? That person's probably
I'm
watching this.
I'm gonna say don't do what I did because it's been my dream since '99 to 2000, and I waited 22 years to jump off the porch. If you got a dream, jump off the porch right now. It's time wait for no man. I
Dig
watched
that.
a bunch of my homies and all that shit die around me for me to realize, damn, let me try and do something before I'm gone. Right? Don't let shit like that have to impact you for you to have to go. Like if you got a dream, follow your dream because don't let nobody drive you because can't nobody tell you what you can't do but you.
Dig that. Dig that. Well, folks, it's been a pleasure having Rasta Kid in the building. Rasta, any last thoughts before we let you go?
Um, yeah. Oh, I just did a tattoo on myself, so we gonna. That's my last thought. You feel me? Live. You see it? Love, laugh. You feel me? That's it. Live, love, and laugh. That's the only thing.
Well, folks, that's Rasta Kid. He definitely will be at the showcase on June 25th at the Elks. Make sure you guys come through, get your
We
tickets,
out
come and
there
laugh, come and have fun. It's going to be a enjoyable experience.
Not
for
Rasta,
sure.
Rasta, not the imposter. Love you, man. See you then,
All
June
right, man.
25th.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Appreciate you for being here, man. Go ahead and enjoy that wood for me, too.
All right, you feel me? This for the crowd right here. Here y'all go.
There we go. There we go. All right, folks. It's been what a great interview. I love it. I love it. We'll be right back right after this commercial break.
PD&J Media Productions presents Rock the Mic Comedy Showcase. June 25th at the Elks, 1007 South 7th Avenue in Phoenix, Arizona. Doors open at 7 p.m. and the show starts at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. $20 donation at the door, 21 and older, with your headliner, Belly B. Also performing is Adam J., Jarrell Hearns, Chris Mosley, and more performers to be announced. You can purchase tickets ahead of time on Eventbrite. Remember, that's the Rock the Mic Comedy Showcase, June 25th at the Elks in Phoenix, Arizona.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to a brand new episode of PD&J. What's good today? We just wrapped up a great interview with Rasta. Make sure you guys come to the comedy show. June 25th is going to be freaking believable.
Yes, sir. And this is Pocket. We ready to rock it. And I can't believe we just had Rasta. I swear, if you missed the first part of this, go back and watch it. It's very fun getting to know our people. I mean, last week we had Darrell Hearns. Friday we had Belly B, the main headliner, and then today we had Rasta Kid. Man, we're lining them up. Get your tickets, 1 month away.
You gotta get them, folks. This event will sell out, and it will be epic.
And you know what? Right now, I'm going to say we all need a good, healthy, heartily laugh.
Say that one more time. Just for the people in the back, they didn't hear you.
We all needed a healthy, heartily laugh. With everything going on, with the way.
So we're just going to jump into it because I don't want to stay too long on this. At first, when we had our production meeting, I didn't even want to talk about it. But it is impacting people in multitude of different ways that I didn't even realize. But the goal for this 18-year-old to not only kill his grandmother, but walk up into an elementary school and kill 19 babies. 19 babies.
Reason why we're talking about it, because I myself have a 9-year-old, turns 10 in February. That could have been his classroom. Coward.
That's not even a word for that, bro. That's not even.
Let me finish. Coward. Piece of shit. Son of I don't even know what he's a son of. Devilish, evil. I can go on. For it to get to that point, you shoot your grandmother in the head because of your AT&T phone bill. You know, if you wanted to be why didn't you go shoot up a high school or a supermarket? No, you went to an elementary school. Not saying any of it was any better than the other, but you went to an elementary school and you decided, I'm going to shoot that place up. Why? I'm going to say this, and I mean it wholeheartedly. We need better gun control. If you have to be 21 to buy alcohol, why can't you be 21 to buy a gun? And that's just the first step. If you're 18, you can buy a gun, but you can't drink. It used to be you could drink. Remember that? You could be 18 to get a drink. Now you got to be 21. We need stricter gun laws.
Okay, so my question to you is, how do you strengthen the gun laws that's already impactful?
They're not strong. They're not strong at all. They're weak as hell. Tell them strengthen them. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's a starting point.
Now, here's my question. Do we need to start arming our teachers?
No.
We're not too far off from that.
We're very far off from that.
I don't think so.
I'll tell you why. Have you not seen the many videos where students and teachers are getting into it? So now you're going to put the gun in the administrator's hand. They get into an altercation with a student. Hello?
Yeah, true.
No.
So if you didn't see the interview, CNN came out with an interview where he was texting another 15-year-old that lives in Germany at the time. and was texting her talking about, I can't wait for his grandfather to leave so he can shoot the grandmother.
Well, he didn't say why. He just said, I cannot wait for him to leave. I'm going to do something. A couple minutes passed. Oh, she's on the phone with AT&T discussing my phone bill. I can't stand this woman. That's not what he said. Use the animals up to a female dog. And then, a couple minutes after that, I just shot my grandmother in the head. Now I'm going to go shoot up an elementary school.
His words exactly in the text message. And there's an interview out on it. Like I said, it's heartbreaking. We just got done talking about a mass shooting in Buffalo just last week. And here it is. We're talking about another one that's involving babies. This is the worst thing that's happened in the school since the Sandy Hook shootings. And
I hate to say it, I don't put it as the worst since. It's another one. Everything is just as bad. Yes, not as many people has died as in Sandy Hook. Not people died in Buffalo, but it's still just as bad. I don't put any of them on any other pedestal. They're mass murders. They're all cowards.
like I said,
Shout out to the police that did end it. Thank you. Because if he would have had to go to trial, he probably would have gotten off with mental issues or whatever. Yeah, you made sure he had one mental issue left. He died of lead poisoning.
Now, do you think he had a mental issue?
I don't care. I do not care if he did. I don't care if the kid in Buffalo did. I don't care if Sandy Hook did. I don't care if the one in November in Michigan did. They're all cowards. Mental health is people lay on that crutch so much. I understand defense attorneys. I understand your job, but you're supposed to do. I don't give a damn. You know what? Let that happen to my child, and you got off, and you have to go to jail. I will find somebody, put money on their books to come get you, one way or another. And if you think I'm joking, I'm not.
To our viewers, we're not asking you to go out and do that.
I don't care if you do,
but
I'll advocate for you.
We don't care.
I'll tell you had mental anguish. I'll take care of it. I'll tell him you got mental anguish. I'll tell you you're suffering. Because right now, anyone that has a child in elementary school, we're suffering together. It's Mental Health Month. Those are the ones mentally suffering right now. I don't give a damn. You are well enough to get a gun, apparently, according to the Constitution, right?
Yeah.
The gun laws, you're very well enough to get a gun.
Apparently, he had already had an AR-15 that he got cleared.
No, he got cleared for 2 AR-15s. They showed the picture.
Okay.
He had 2 of them.
Okay.
He took a picture of it and put it on Instagram. Shout out Instagram. You did nothing.
Well, folks, as you see, this is a very, very touchy subject. Not going to harp on this too much because I'm tired.
I'm beyond tired. I know in my kids' school, they have a cop on duty a couple days a week. Used to be every day, now it's just a couple days a week. Guess what? I can go back to every day. Luckily, school's out now, so I don't have to worry about it.
And that's another that's another question, because at the end of the day, for our schools now illegitimate to the point as a standing of the school where they're non-existent to where people don't even want to put their kids in schools anymore? Are we at that point to where we got to go to where we were in the pandemic and it's online learning and it's learning from home and homeschooling? Are we at that point now to where we can't even trust our kids to, or
I tell you what,
believe in our kids to go to school being protected?
I tell you what, we got neighborhood watches. We just started one in my neighborhood watch. I tell you what I'm gonna say. The neighborhood watch can watch over the school. There's a few of them that work from home. They can do the hours, flip it up, split it up, whatever it may be. There's other stuff we can do to protect our kids. I want my kids to have social interaction, because without it, the world is failing as we speak, because there's no social interaction. So if we want to, okay, you know what? You want to see this kid had mental health? You look at him, to me, he looked like a 10-year-old girl. If he had mental health, he probably did. He would probably get picked on in school, all the other stuff. You know, he lived with his grandparents, so obviously there was something wrong. But I don't care. I'm not giving him an out. There's no out for this. None at all. If you really wanted to shoot up something, why didn't you? My question is, why did you pick an elementary school? Why?
Yeah, that is the question. That is
because that was in walking distance. Because you have no vehicle. Oh, guess what? He took the car and crashed it before he got to the school. He shot a cop on the way in.
Well, folks,
we're gonna go to commercial. We gotta go to commercial.
Who's ready for some fun? Who enjoys a podcast where the host speaks about what's on their minds and doesn't hold back? PD&J, What's Good Today, is an open format podcast hosted by Pocket and J-Dub the King. Let's talk about sports, let's talk about music, let's just have an interesting conversation. If you have any topics for us to discuss, email pdnjmediaproductionsllc@gmail.com. Tune in to PD&J, What's Good Today, every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube Live at J-Dub the King. Hey you.
Me?
Yes, you.
What up?
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level?
Hell yeah!
GLM Designs can help you with just that.
Word?
From laptop skins,
You lying?
promotional flyers,
Yo, son!
promo videos,
I need that!
OBS Twitch overlays and backgrounds,
Hey, yo, let me get that!
professional one-sheets, and so much more.
Oh my god.
Please visit our
I'm on it
website,
right now!
GottaLoveMeWorld.com today to check out our designs.
Got it!
Follow us on social media at Gotta Love Me World.
Follow it!
GLM Designs are here to take care of all your graphic needs.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. What episode it's been today? A lot to touch on. Right now, we want to try to switch gears right now. We want to talk about what's going on with our economy as where it stands at. My question to you, Pocky, do you think that we're heading into a recession, or do you think we're going back into another Great Depression? Because the way that everything's looking right now, it looks like one of the two is going to happen sooner than later.
Well, bringing that up, if you know how history worked, the Depression came before the recession. The stock market crashed. Everything happened. That was part of the Depression. The recession came after that. We were in it for 10 years. Looking at the timeline, we're really pretty much headed towards the Depression. Now, the whole thing is, though, what I want to focus on, not focus, I'm sorry. I'm still trying to be me. Yeah, as you can see, I'm still passionate. But what you want to also look at when you look at the Depression is one thing nowadays. Now, I'm going to point this at, I'm sorry, service people. I'm sorry for the factory workers. This is coming at y'all. Or the people that were collecting unemployment at its best and deciding not to go back to work. And then when you go back to work, well, I'm not going to get a job unless it's basically what I was getting at unemployment. Hate to tell you, before you got unemployment, weren't you making what you were making? Like, come on. Let's be honest here. Now, service people, the reason why I'm coming at you, because I get it. I used to be in the service industry. I used to work wireless. My wife would tell me I used to work retail for years, dealing with people's attitudes just for no reason. And I know after this pandemic, it was at the all-time high. And a lot of them say, you know what? I'm not going to do all that for that little bit of money. Nope, I'm not going to do it. Now you're looking, gas is high, groceries are high, your next door neighbor's high. You're getting high with your next door neighbor because you can't pay nothing. You get evicted. I mean, I've seen the neighborhoods, there's stuff sitting out on the block. And I mean, right in front of the house. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, what eviction is, look it up. Look at pictures. That's when they take all your stuff out of the house and they put it on the curb because you couldn't pay the rent or your mortgage or whatever it is. So we're going towards a depression. And it also ties into the other thing, the housing market. It all kind of ties in together. The housing market is outrageous right now. There was a story out there, which you can look it up. There's this guy in Scottsdale that works for a local newspaper. His rent is going up $816. $816. And what's the remedy? Don't do month to month anymore. It's still going up $816. The man did a year. So what?
And you want to speak about the housing market? I just want to go back a little bit in regards to what you said in regards to people collecting unemployment and getting more than what they originally can. Can you honestly blame them for now wanting to get their work, realizing, okay, I could be making this. Why am I going to settle?
I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you not an example. I'm gonna give you I'm going to talk about myself. You know what? I'm going to talk about myself. I just said I worked in retail, right? For quite a few years. The company I work at now, I've been there, I want to say, and my wife correct me on this, I think it's been going on 7 years. Eight. Okay, it's 8 years. I've been going on there. Yeah, you're right. It is 8 years. Yeah, started 14. This is 8 years. I started the job I'm at right now. I did a lateral move, took a pay cut. Said I'm going to prove to them what I'm worth, and I'll get paid.
But you can't raise everything without wages, though.
No. You missed what I just said. I'm going to prove to them what I'm worth, and I'll get it. I didn't say I'm going to quit. I'm going to go somewhere and see if I can get what I'm worth. I didn't say that. Because guess what you're doing? You're doing a hope and a whim. You stay somewhere, you earn it. Now, I know this generation now, they are job hoppers. It's out there. They hop from job to job. Whoever I'm doing customer service, I'm making, we'll say 40 grand. Who's going to pay me 42? Who's going to pay me 44? Oh, you're going to pay me 47? Okay, bye. I'm going over here. You're going to pay me 47. Okay, you're paying me 47. Who's going to pay me 50? Oh, you're going to pay me 50. Bye-bye. That's not the way for the economy to make any kind of recovery. You got to stay somewhere. You got to plant your seed. You got to grow. And then you'll see what happens. But you have to invest in yourself. These people are not, they're gambling.
I was just about to say that for those that are business minded that want to invest into themselves, yeah, you got to start. But I think what happened, excuse me, a lot of people that wanted to start their businesses, they had an opportunity to. And so they're like, now, why go back?
But then you know what? There's a lot of people that started their businesses and they ain't even close to being successful.
Not really. I mean,
they're the ones I'm just talking about. They got evicted, among other things. Now they sit there, hey, calling you up, hey man, you mind if I come stay with you for a little while? Wow, what happened? Well, you know my business, right? It ain't doing too good, and you know I can't pay my rent.
But there have been some cases, going back to what you're saying as far as busting your butt and proving yourself, there's been some cases I can contest to that and use it myself, as it were you invested yourself, your time, your energy, your all into a company, and you go nowhere. You still go nowhere. You can't get any raises. You can't get any promotions. You're just stuck in the bubble. And here's the reason why they said, oh, well, you're so good at your position that we can't afford to lose you at that position.
So I'm going to tell you again, I didn't get where I'm at without going through that. And you know what I told them? So you'd rather lose me from this company? And you know what they did? They backed off. They listened. Your talent's more valuable to us than it is to our competitor. We're not going to let you go.
I've had that happen too. I've definitely had that too. Let's see here. We got some comments coming in. Inflation is killing folks saving farms. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Inflation is killing folks' savings. It really is. That can't be. I mean, at the end of the day, you can't disprove that. The way that everything's going on, you got to tap into your savings at this point.
Well, yeah, and that's the most terrible issue of the whole thing. But at the same time, so I guess it goes back to this. So you'd rather be sitting at home using all of your savings instead of some of it. Because that's what's happening. These people aren't getting new jobs. Because guess what? Nobody wants to hire them at the rate they want. So then they are too proud, or they didn't leave in the right standing and they go back to their previous job. People are being forced. People are doing the early retirement.
So what are you saying to somebody that's been at their job for 10 years? Didn't get a raise for 3 to 5 years, no promotions, no nothing like that, but inflation.
Well, see, here's the thing. I'm going to come from a black person's point of view. We're afraid to ask why.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Break that down a little bit.
I'll say now. Before I break it down, I want to say it again. We're afraid to ask why. Why haven't I gotten a pay raise? Why do I not seem valuable to y'all? I do this every day. I even exceed. I do all this. Why? That's the only question you have to ask. You know, if you're that valuable to this company and you bring it up a lot of times, and I've seen this. I've actually not. I take that back. I've heard this happen. I haven't seen it with my own eyes. I've heard that it happened where, well, we were just waiting for you to ask.
But why should they ask though?
So you're an owner of a company.
Okay.
You're just gonna give somebody money without the master.
And they deserve it, and if they
Well,
earn
for you then. That don't happen in America. That don't happen. Actually, it don't happen anywhere. You don't ask for something, you get nothing. What is it? Asking you what? Asking you what?
you shall receive. I mean, I get
Seeking you a what?
I mean, I get what you're saying, but at the same time,
Obviously, you don't.
no, I've been on both sides of the fence. I've been on the side of the fence where, hey, I've shown my value to somebody to where they wouldn't want me to quit. They gave me everything that I asked for, including promotion and raise. But I've also been in a situation where I've dedicated 5+ years not going nowhere and was told, I don't want to promote you because you're too good at your position where you're at too. So I've been on both sides of the spectrum. So what you're saying is not necessarily wrong. But at the same time, to those that
I have a question for you. So when they told you that, did you come with the ultimatum? Well, you rather you lose me as an employee of this
yeah,
company?
I've quit the job the same position 3 times and gotten a raise and a promotion 3 times on the same job. Yes, I have. I've gotten 3 different promotions for the same company that I work for. Exceeded their expectations. Period, point blank. But I've never been in a situation where, oh, I was just waiting for you to ask. It's always, well, you're so good at your position, we value where you're at. We want to keep you where you're at.
No, when I say that they're saying they're just waiting for you to ask, they're not going to say that indirectly. They'll say it in a way that if you're smart enough, you'll catch how they're saying it to you. Again, it goes back to this. It goes back to what I just said before we got to that. As Black people, as people of color, actually, I'm going to say even women and people of color, we don't ask for anything. We expect it to be given to us.
Not always. I would disagree with you in that one. Not always. But at the same time, from an employee to an employer standpoint, an employee, after 5 years of dedication and hard work, especially if they prove themselves, should not have to ask for a raise. That employer.
That's what you think. If it's in their bylaws that they don't have to give you a raise, they're not going to unless you ask
it's
for
also
it.
a right to work state, so they ain't got to do shit here.
Exactly. You just answered your own statement.
But as a good employer-boss relationship, as me being an employer,
So I'm gonna take money out of my company to pay you just because you've been good for 5 years. Why not keep you at that same rate until you come to me, approach me about it? I'm not gonna take the initiative to go do that
because
unless like the company I work for now, every year there's an annual raise process, annual merit increase in place.
And that's
part of
a
the
joke
company.
in itself because some of them get raises that don't even deserve it.
Not necessarily.
I'm not saying 50%. But there's a good small percentage of people that get those annual raises that don't deserve. I would say 2 to 5%.
See, they're tiered. So it's not like everybody's getting the same raise. They do it, based on a number of factors. They're going to give you, what they feel like you're worth on a number of factors. And again, it goes back to, you don't think that was enough, you can come back and say. I would say this. My company, we just had a town hall and somebody brought the thing to our CEO. Because of the current status of how the world's going with inflation, is it being considered of us all getting another increase? We got one in November. We got one in March. Are we getting another one? They asked him. You know what he said? He was flat out honest. He's like, it is definitely being looked at and considered right now because we understand it's hitting all of us. Well, but you know what? The question wasn't asked.
But then that goes to my point. In certain that's a good employee-employer relationship there. A good employee
always communicates what's wrong, always communicates what's going on.
Correct. But a good employer will also at the same time listen to that and figure out, okay, if this is an issue, okay, I can't necessarily give you X amount of dollars raise, but I can give you X amount as a raise and try to help this, da 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 da.
But so you're saying X amount. So throw a number out there that the employer is looking at, because you just said what the situation you just gave sounds more like you told them you wanted a raise for something. That's what it sounds like. You went to the employer to ask for something, and they said, "Well, I can't do this, but I can do this."
Not necessarily. It could be a situation where, okay, I'm hurting this week. Like when back in the day, for certain employers that I work for, they used to do pay advances. I don't know if they necessarily still do those or not.
I have no idea.
Okay. I have no idea either. Some companies will allow you to advance some of your pay, you know, depending on what the circumstances were, and certain things of that nature. I don't know if they necessarily do that or not, but they should go back to that. I know working at Discover Card, I don't know necessarily about Amex. I worked for them previously, but they did pay advances back then. I don't know if they still do them now.
I have no idea. I never even heard of that.
You never heard of a pay advance?
No.
Where you got advance on your paycheck? Huh.
Nope,
That's
never,
interesting.
never done it, and I've never heard of it. It's probably there, so I can't speak on it. But who knows? Some companies probably still do that. I would doubt it. The comment I just showed said, nothing come to stagnant. What did it say? Stagnant people. Don't shit come to a stagnant person, but more debt
And hardships.
Exactly.
And on that note, folks, we'll be right back.
Who's ready for some fun? Who enjoys a podcast where the host speaks about what's on their minds and doesn't hold back? PD&J, What's Good Today, is an open format podcast hosted by Pocket and J-Dub the King. Let's talk about sports. Let's talk about music. Let's just have an interesting conversation. If you have any topics for us to discuss, email pdnjmediaproductionsllc@gmail.com. Tune in to PD&J What's Good Today every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube Live at J-Dub the King.
Welcome back, folks. Another episode this week on What's Good Today with PD&J on Pocket.
I'm Jay, and right now we're going to go ahead and tailor off to our sports segment. Pocket, what's going on in sports?
What's not going on in sports? So, as we both said, there's no sweep in Golden State. Almost came back, though.
Told you they wasn't going to sweep.
You said, and I quote yesterday, I should have recorded it. Oh, they're going to got a good chance of sweeping them tonight.
They do got a good chance, but
and I told you, what did I say? No. When's the last time we saw a sweep in the conference finals? Now, they'll probably win games. It'll just be a gentleman's sweep. They'll sweep in 5. But also with Golden State, did you hear that Ben Simmons could end up in Golden State even if they win the championship?
I'm so over that.
Which I think that's where he would like to be. I think that's the perfect place for him because he don't shoot.
Now, you bringing up Dallas. Let's talk about the Dallas bench and the controversy that's going on with that.
Well, it started against Phoenix.
Now, for those, I am biased. I am a Phoenix Suns fan, but I want to hear it from this man's mouth himself.
I just said it started against Phoenix. That's all I said. Well, you want me to keep going?
Cheaters!
Oh, my bad. So, what y'all may not know is that what Dallas has been doing. So, say you're wearing your white uniforms. The bench players will be wearing white. The ones that are not playing, or the ones not playing that are out injured, wearing white. And then they stand up, and the passes come their way. Well, obviously they're not playing for either team. They're out. So what's that doing? That's causing the visiting team to throw the ball at somebody's not on the team. And it happened quite a bit. It stopped Phoenix with a couple runs. I'm just going to come out and say it stopped on a couple runs. It happened once against Golden State during one game, and they got fined, I think, $100 grand. NBA, you need to do something, man. This finding ain't done. Start threatening to take picks. That'll make them stop. Take picks and money. Take the first round pick. I bet you they'll stop there.
Cheaters! That's all I'm going to say.
Then also staying in Phoenix. So the word is out that Monty does not like DeAndre. And they don't want to pay him max money. And they may let him go. He's a restricted free agent after June 30th. They may let DeAndre go wherever he wants to go. Who are you going to replace him with? They don't know. my proposal, and I've heard this many a times, get Cat to Phoenix.
He's referring to Carl Anthony Towns. Interesting.
I say, why not? His best friend, Devin Booker. Yeah, he likes D'Angelo Russell. With Russell, I mean, you could ultimately get him too, but you really want Cat because he expands your game. I mean, can you imagine? He won the 3-point shooting contest. I'm just gonna come out and say it. He won the 3-point shooting contest, and he can bang, and he's pretty good on defense. Not on the, and he does not mind scoring.
So what else you got for us on the sports tip?
Patrick Beverly. All I gotta say is wow.
Now, even though I'm a Suns fan, when it comes down to the media aspect, I can remain biased. What Patrick Beverly said, it's not too far off home base. Like, he wasn't wrong in what he said. Let's just be honest.
So, okay, I'm gonna give y'all the Cliff Notes version. He said 2 things. First thing is, ain't nobody scared of Phoenix. No team in the league is scared of Phoenix. What's your take on that?
Really, there really isn't a killer that we have. We got Devin Booker, who's growing into it, but he doesn't have that killer mentality as of right now. CP3.
Wait. No. He had a killer mentality until Kylie left him. Oh, I wasn't supposed to go there. My bad. I'm going there. That's what I do. Kylie left him, and he lost everything. That the Kardashian Jenner curse in full effect. Chris Paul is just old. Oh, dang! I jumped ahead of myself. Didn't I?
Oh my God. Oh. Oh wow.
I jumped ahead of myself. I'm sorry, folks. So, Beverly's other take that's been so controversial, he said, Chris Paul, don't pray D.
He don't pray D?
He don't pray. He don't pray and he don't play. So he don't play. Pray. I'm sorry. P-R-L-A-Y. That's in the Webster's Pocket Edition 2022.
Anywho.
Second quarter.
Anywho.
He don't play defense. Can't really disagree with that one. I mean, he is older.
Suns was never known for playing lockdown defense. So
Well, no, their defense was strong this year. They got a first team all defense. Shout out to Bridges. I hope they pay him.
So, for those that are boxing fans, big fight Saturday.
Well, okay, wait. No, we're not gonna go there.
I am going there.
We're not gonna go there.
Yes.
See, I was actually just trying to skip to my loo.
No, we're going there. We're there.
So you see, I'm wearing the color orange. I'm not wearing my Orioles shirt, Orioles jersey. It's kind of steamy in the studio today. What is my
She said, "Go Boston."
I'll see you later, lady. Go Boston. That's a bad word on this show. Boston anything. Boston Celtics, Boston Red Sox, Boston New Orleans Patriots,
Boston, New Orleans.
Boston Tea Party.
Anywho, I kind of going for Boston to beat Miami too. Yeah.
Well, actually, I wouldn't mind seeing Boston losing to Golden State.
Shut up. Anywho,
But
back to boxing. We got a big
Baltimore, stand the
big fight.
up.
Big fight.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Big fight.
All right.
Big fight.
It's not a big fight.
Yes, it is.
It's just a matter of when Rollies get knocked out. That's right, I said it. When Rolly get okay, so all right, y'all want to know in New York, Brooklyn, stand up. You got your boy Rolly Romero, the Cuban, who's gonna turn into a sandwich or pizza dough. After Gervonta, the Tank Davis, hailing from West Baltimore, down the street from where my mother grew up. That's right. I got a little bit vested in this. and they hate each other. They don't even like each other.
Sounds like you're a little biased.
I'm not biased at all. I'm just telling you like it is. Rolly is getting knocked out. It's just a matter of when.
Okay.
See, Rolly is strong. He's fast, but he is so damn awkward. Have you watched him fighting the little fist that just sits out there? I'm like, if you do that in the ring against Tank, he's gonna send you into the Matrix. He's gonna send you into the Matrix.
Well, folks, that's been our sports segment. Now we're gonna go ahead and got a little history for you. Approximately, and this is going back into what we were discussing in regards to the recession and depression.
She just put Boston Bruins.
Whoever that is, I like her.
You know what that is? That's my wife.
I like her.
She know how to get my blood pressure going.
Then I need
some pills.
If that's your wife, I need a cake. I need a Lulu's tasty treat.
You know what? I'm gonna poison that bad boy. But
No, you're not. Keep them away from it. I need a Lulu's tasty treat. Shout out to Lulu.
you're not gonna poison it.
Anywho, going back into what we were discussing, which I want to bring up. There's nothing new under the sun. History seems to repeat itself.
About approximately every 100 years or so,
There's a pandemic and
a depression, recession.
then a restructuring. We're going through that now, folks. If you're not ready, get ready.
Now, the thing is, we're very vulnerable. How? Mentally, we're very vulnerable. Mentally, we're not as tough as our. Actually, I'm not going to say that. No, I'm not going to say that because we don't know necessarily our ancestors, our great grandma, and all that, all going back that far. We don't know the mental anguish placed on them, going what they were going through. All we know is now there's better avenues for us to deal with it. When we get, as we're going through this together, I say together because we're all going through this. I don't care if you're a billionaire or a millionaire. You're still going through something because guess what? You have stuff to deal with. I don't care if you're Elon Musk being sued again for exposing yourself on a plane. See, you let me go all the way out there again, man.
You're the one with no filter.
But he's going through something. Mental health. Right now, I honestly think if I was a psychiatrist, psychologist, somewhere in that field, my doors would be open. I drop my rates because that will get people indoors because people need an outlet, not with each other necessarily, but going to talk to a professional just to get it. I mean, actually, let me take that. It's good to talk to each other to get it off your chest, but you got to find that person that doesn't take it personal. You got to find that person that does not take what you say personally. You know, and then if you have that person, talk to them, bear it out to each other because that outlet is not happening. Do I think that's what's happening with all these shootings? I think it's part of the reason, yeah. But again, I'm standing on my laurels saying, yeah, to put everything you defense attorneys using, I can't get it out, man. I can't get it out. You know what I'm trying to say. Using that as a defense for all these shootings, these mass shootings.
I'm at a point where it's sickening. It is sickening to the point where I can't even sleep at night because I'm worried about y'all.
You know, and what's funny, what we wanted to talk about was one more thing. Before we even got to this point, you know, it was about, we see the police. Shout out to the Phoenix Police Department, 7th Street and Bell. It was an incident where this crazy man was throwing rocks through apartment windows, throwing them in through business establishments. And I say shout out to him. You're probably like, well, he shot the guy. Yeah, you're right, he shot him. But if you go back and watch the actual footage, he did everything in his power not to shoot this guy. And unfortunately, he shot at him 3 times and hit him what? In the leg.
You need to go back to training, bro. Well, not only that, I'm glad he got shot in the leg more than anything, but damn, another one.
Thank you, DJ Khaled.
Another. Well, folks, what an episode it's been today. Thank you for tuning in. We see your comments. We tried to get to as many as we could today. We have comments that's been flooding in. We appreciate the feedback. We love the feedback. We know that you're paying attention. We know that you're doing, and we just love it. If we didn't get to yours, I do apologize. Tune in next week. Hopefully, we do get to yours. Make sure you tune in exclusively on our YouTube page. That's PD&J Media Productions on YouTube. Pretty soon here, within the next few days here, we are going to stop broadcasting on certain platforms.
Well, simply, if y'all haven't heard, Facebook is putting a stop on podcasting. So to protect ourselves, I think it's basically geared towards the ones that, use Facebook for podcasting, which we don't. We broadcast through Facebook. But to protect and make sure you guys can still get your content, definitely go to our YouTube page. And also go look at previous videos. And if you missed the beginning of this show, we had Rasta Kip.
Rasta!
We had him on here, and it was a great talk with him about, the show coming up, which is exactly 30 days
From today.
from this day, May 25th, 30 days. As usual, I leave y'all with the word.
What's the word for today?
Hug. That's the word. Hug. Hug everyone in your household. Hug everyone you see. Friend-wise. Don't go up to a stranger and hug them. Don't hug.
That's next week.
We may have another guest next week.